On Hank Green using AI, I guess I will wade into this because I've been wanting to talk about how AI has transformed my life as a researcher. And I've been kind of resisting because I mostly make these videos for my kids and in case I get hit by a bus. And I don't think they're going to care about this in 20 years because it's going to be like our generation talking about the weird sounds that the modem made when it was connecting to the internet. But anyway, my life in the last half year since I started using Claude and having it work in my computer files has been absolutely transformative. For what I do. Because if you don't know what my day job is, it is going through all the new cannabinoid science that comes out every day, which some days is only 30 papers, but the one I'm working on now is 65 papers, and it never stops, and so I always have to be on top of it. Then I take all those papers and I put them into my archives, and I have to sort them. And just to give you a sense, I've got about 30,000 papers in my archive, so here are my top 30 pillar documents for different things like neurochemistry and the pain, immune system, all the things that the cannabinoids are involved with. And before, it was opening up all of these documents by hand and sorting the papers into them. And because I had little kids, eventually I just built up a giant backlog of it. And I didn't have everything in one place. And it was really distressing because my job is when someone asks me about cannabis and PTSD, I have all the data right there. And I don't have to go back and backfill stuff. And so it's been amazing to be able to organize everything in this kind of way. But the main lesson that I've learned is you never let the AI's text enter your archives. And that's been the hardest rule that I've set with Mike Croft Holmes. If you know, you know. The moon is a harsh mistress. And that means that for all of the information in here, it's all my words. I realized I cannot offload any of the cognitive work of reading this paper, giving my summary, using my tastes after 15 years of going through these things of what's interesting about this paper. That I can't offload. What I can offload now is the actual sorting of where it has to go. That part, I can use this to say, put this paper exactly here, and I don't have to do that part physically anymore, which is a huge deal for me. It also means when I do go on a research rabbit hole that I can use the AI to find things that I've already annotated and perhaps misfiled and pull them to the fore, as well as using the PubMed plugin to find anything that I might have missed so that I can summarize that and get all the data at my fingertips and be able to look at everything that's out there. So for me, what I've built over the last 6 months is a bunch of personas that are basically like glorified SOPs that can handle all the different things I do with my data, like turning into a newsletter and stuff like that. But I'm still the one making all the judgments, and so that system has allowed me to increase the amount of data I take in, or save time and just have more time to be with my kids. And at this point, it's quite a system that has been put together, and I'm actually really proud of it and how error-proofed it has become and the intricacies of what I've learned about archive management as we've worked together and made something really good. I doubt anybody cares about all the details of that, but that was my main point about the Hank Green thing. I think it's helpful for finding, the research and the stuff that you missed, but you have to be the one doing the cognitive work of writing the scripts yourself and, reading the actual papers. You cannot rely on the summaries that the AI gives of papers. You can rely on the AI for finding stuff that's out there that you might have missed on your first pass. So I doubt this video is going to go anywhere, but that is how AI has transformed my life over the last 6 months or so as someone who is trying to build the best archive I can. And if you happen to be curious where all of that is going, I am working on a graphic novel series about the endocannabinoid system based on Moby Dick. I've written 3 of the books now. Here's 2 of them. And since it's based on Moby Dick, that means there's 132 more books to go. They are all sketched out, and this archival system is just going to help make it all better. So it's really exciting in my little cannabis science world.